Hi everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Here's another Irish traditional dish for St. Patrick's Day. Now, we don't eat this on St. Patrick's Day, but this is a traditional Irish dish and it's bacon and cabbage, of course. I love to have my bacon and cabbage with carrots also. Now, I originally recorded this video for a collaboration I did about this time last year, but it could have been February last year, with the lovely Hailey from Mummy Cooks Homemade. And we challenged each other to make a traditional dish from each other's countries. So I did toad in the hole and she did bacon and cabbage, and then we swapped over and did our own dish. So if you want to look back at that, I'll link it in the description box. So what we need for our bacon and cabbage is our bacon, of course, and this is unsmoked back bacon, and I got those 3 packs for €10. I need my cabbage, my carrots, and then the ingredients for my white sauce, which is flour, butter, milk and parsley. So I'll really quickly show you how I do my bacon and cabbage, and I highly recommend you go and check out Hailey's video as well. That was her first time making bacon and cabbage and she did a really good job, so I'll link that video in the description. So here I am. I'm going to slice up my bacon. This amount of bacon will do 3 or 4 dinners for us, so I'll freeze what's left over. And one of my mother's tricks is to slice the bacon and boil it sliced instead of having a big chunk of bacon, which would take forever to boil up. So I'm going to go ahead with that and I will talk to you in a few minutes. And our background music today is courtesy of 10-year-old Rachel playing her accordion. Thank you, Rachel. Now I'm going to add in my cold water. I'm going to pop on the lid and we're going to leave it to start boiling. Now we'll start getting the veg ready. Now getting stuck into the cabbage, so I'm going to take out the outer couple of leaves that might be slightly damaged. And I'm going to slice this up and get it washed. Make sure there's no little creatures inside waiting for me. Now I'm going to add some salt to my cabbage. I just do this just because it's from a farm nearby, and just in case there's still something alive inside, the salt will draw it out and it'll come up to the top, and it also just helps to wash the cabbage. So I'll just leave it in there for a couple of minutes and I'll get onto my carrot. Now I'm just going to show you the bacon. It's really boiling away here. It's about 20 minutes later after I put it on, and it's boiling a bit too much, so I'm just going to turn it down and let it simmer. And then maybe in another 15 or 20 minutes I'm going to change the water, because I just don't like my bacon to be too salty. So I just have to be careful because it's doing a lot of spitting. Now I have my carrots ready here and I'm going to put them onto steam. Traditionally, this would have been a one-pot dish. Back in the day when you were cooking this in your open fire in your cottage, and all you had was one big cast iron pot, and you would start off with your bacon, and then you could add in your spuds later and put in your carrots and cabbage, and then they'd all cook in the bacon water, and you could eventually take out the bacon. And use the water for cooking your veg. Okay, But I don't like my veg and everything to be too salty, so I do it separate. I do the veg separate and my spuds separate. But if you go over to Hailey and watch the way she does it more of the traditional way in her video, in her part 1. Okay, I'm just gonna pop on my carrots, and shortly then I'll put on my cabbage, because cabbage doesn't take as long to cook. Now my spud's ready to pop on. To steam away there. So at the moment, chopped up nice and small so they'll cook fast. And they'll be easier to mash then, because I think I might do them as mash today. Now, this has been cooking for about 45 minutes, so I'm going to replace the water, we'll change the water. I'll take out this water and add in boiling water. Okay? Again, this is just personal preference. It's another thing that my mother does, or used to do, or still does, and it's just to remove some of the salt, so the bacon won't be as salty. But, as Hailey said in her video, if you pop over and watch it, she likes salty bacon, so she didn't replace the water in hers. So, it's personal preference. I'm going to put the lid back on and get that boiling again. Again, that's boiling water that I put in there. Now I'm ready to start making my white sauce. We like a lot of white sauce with our bacon and cabbage and spuds. So a nice chunk of butter going in here. Consistency that you are looking for. See? Well, that's what I'm looking for anyway. As with all my dishes, I do it the way I like it. And there's my cabbage ready. Pop the lid back on, and that just has to steam there now. It won't take too long. Now the white sauce. Bubbling there, you have to be careful now that it doesn't burn. So I'll probably just turn this off now, and it'll still keep cooking because the pot is so hot. I've just decided while the potatoes are hot, I'm going to add a knob of butter and mash them now while they're hot. Just make things a lot easier. And a little glug of olive oil. So that's the spuds done. Cover them up, and that dish will heat up nicely in the microwave later on. Thank God for microwaves. Now my bacon has been cooking for about an hour and a half. If I didn't cut it up, it should take 2 hours or more. I'm going to check now and see if I think it's done. There's a nice slice. And look, see how it cuts up very easily. Yeah, it's definitely cooked. See? Taste test. Absolutely beautiful. Tender, tasty, not too salty. Definitely cooked. So now I can strain my bacon. It's ready for later. And there's my plate full of bacon. And I'll just take out what I need for today and let the rest cool down and freeze it for another day. And I think my cabbage is cooked. Yeah, lovely. So that's something else to leave aside for later. And I'll get back to you when I serve up and show you how it all looks together. Thanks for watching so far. And there you have it, our bacon and cabbage, Fiona style. And some carrots on the side, just for a bit of colour. And look, we have our green, white and gold. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So let me know if you have bacon and cabbage in the next few days before St. Patrick's Day. And remember, I keep you all in my prayers. I will talk to you soon. God bless. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.